In this video, I will give you some tips to select your first pair of gloves. Hey guys, my name is Julius Anglickas. I'm a professional fighter from St. Charles MMA, and today I will walk you guys through some tips on how to select gloves for beginners. Some things to consider will be price if you're going to be working with a partner or just hitting the bag and the focus mitts. The price range ranges between $20 and a few $100s. You do not want to get the expensive ones because you're just a beginner, but at the same time you don't want to get cheaper ones because soon you're going to have to get new ones right away. If you go down the street to the store, you're only going to find maybe 2 to 3 pairs of gloves, and they're not going to be the best ones. You do want to go online because you're going to find a wide selection of gloves depending from all kinds of ranges of price and purposes. If you're a beginner, an average size person, between $40 and $50 gloves will do just fine. But if you're a bigger person, you're going to be punching harder, much more opportunity for rips and tears, so you do want to get a little stronger gloves, and I would suggest as a beginning would go with maybe $50, $60 gloves. When it comes to the size of the glove, it does not really matter for the beginners, because most beginners, they're going to be hitting the bag or the mitts, but if they do work with a partner and do some little light contact, then you do want to get about 16 to 18, maybe even 20 ounce gloves just to keep it safe. But if you're only hitting the bag in the mitts, you can go 16 or under because you're not worried about anyone else's safety but your own. So if gloves feel good on your hands, you're good to go. So just like I said before, if you're a beginner and you're starting to do some sparring, light work with your partner, you might want to get bigger gloves between 16 and 18 ounces. So it just covers more space and it's much harder for punches to get through. If you have smaller gloves, then gloves will get through every single tiny space, and you're gonna get hit, your opponent is gonna get hit, and it's just injuries waiting to happen. I've had a lot of gloves in the past, and some things that I noticed is where they rip and tear. And where they rip is exactly where the seams are. Most gloves have seams around the edges, and that's where they're gonna rip. You can still use them because they're on the side and they're not gonna affect a workout on the bag or if you punch somebody. But some gloves want to have a cooler design, so they might put seams right in the middle. It looks cool, it looks great, and I had something like this before, but all these seams and extra stitching just gave an opportunity for extra rips and tears. If the glove rips right through the middle, you do not want to use them on your partner anymore. If you punch him, you might scratch his eyes, his face, or material from the glove might get into his eyes. You can still use them on the gloves or the mitts, but now you're limiting your options of where you can use them. While with gloves like these, most likely it's only gonna rip on the edges and not right through the middle, so you can still punch because you're gonna be punching with this and not so much with the edge of it. So as a beginner, you're only worrying about learning and starting to move around. So the last thing you want to do is make it hard on yourself to put on the glove and take it off. So that's why I recommend simply having a Velcro. It's gonna make it very easy to open it, put your glove on, take it off. On and off, simple, just as that. And that's why I do not recommend lace-ups as a beginner, because you're gonna be running around looking for people who would tie your glove while you don't even know how to punch yet. As a beginner, most likely going to be using the same pair of gloves for everything: sparring, hitting bag, hitting mitts. You're just going to be abusing the glove. Eventually, over time, they're not going to be good for sparring anymore. They're just going to be too beat up. When your gloves are no more good for sparring, they are still good for bag and mitts. So just buy another pair of gloves that you will only use for sparring. By the time those gloves wear out, you can replace them and use them for the bag, while these gloves go to the garbage and you buy another pair for only sparring. That way you have 2 pairs of gloves and you constantly rotate them. My name is Julius. I hope these tips helped you to select the first pair of gloves, and thank you for watching the video.
Thanks for watching. Links are in the description below. Hit that thumbs up button if you found this useful. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and check out helixsports.com for the best gear, apparel, and resources to help you be at the top of your game.